Speaking. No point for news. Ê, chỗ cắm rồi. Em cắm cái gì? Xài iPad á? Xài iPad hay đang xài điện thoại? Anh còn 3% bên này. Sạc anh nhá. Em cầm một sạc cho anh vậy. Đây em cắm thằng này đi. Sao? Sạc này nó nhanh quá. Hỏng điện thoại. Không có chỗ cắm. Cứ tạm máy tính rồi. No news. Sao? Sao? Attended the state championships that weekend. As we can. The team which has been performing successfully on the seasons placed first among all the teams in the state. Also, individual team members won several gold, silver, and bronze medals in different competitions. Congratulations, Sebastian Hart. Hả? Sebastian Hart. Welcome to the grand opening of our company's newly constructed research center. We are happy to have our employees, business partners, and community members here today. Community members here today. To begin, we will watch a short video about the design and nova- nov- nov- construction of the center. After the presentation ends, please join us in the lobby for a tour of the building. Please join us in the Please join us in the lobby for a tour of the building. in this picture, in the middle, a man in a dark suit is holding a paper. On the left, two women are listening carefully. Two women are listening carefully. One is standing next to a man and pointing at the paper, while the other is sitting at the table. On the right, another woman is sitting at the same table. In the background, there are cells and a glass window. There are, there are cells and a glass window. Overall, it seems like they are focused on their work. They are concentrating on their work. This this picture was taken in the hall. I can see a little girl and her parents. On the left, the father in a pink t-shirt is sitting at the table and handing a backpack to the mother. On the right, the mother in a brown dress is standing and receiving it. Next to her, the young girl is standing and looking at her father. In the background, there, there is a glass window with beige curtain. Beige curtain. Beige curtain. Overall, it seems like the girl is getting ready to go to school. I know Paris very well. I have lived in my area for 5 years. And I know about it very well. I last took a short trip in my area a week ago, and it is train. It is cheap and punctual. Punctual.
punctual,
Punctual. I think the West Lake is a good nature site to take a short trip, short trip, short, short trip in this area, and here's why. First, the West Lake has a beautiful scenery, 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 and it is not crowded with many people, so you can enjoy walking there. There, you can in, you can enjoy walking there. Second, you can ride a bicycle there. They offer a bike rental service. They offer a bike rental service for free. I am sure, I'm sure you will love that place. Place, place. that watching television is a good way to spend free time. There are two main reasons for this. First, it is an enjoyable and cost-effective way to relax. To be specific, there are a lot of interesting TV programs such as drama, comedians, and various shows. By watching those, they can release stress without spending any extra money. Second, watching TV is also informative and educational, 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 allowing us to use our to use our allowing us to use our free time well. For example, we can learn about current events and social trends from news programs. Also, many specialists share their knowledge and skill in many different fields. So, these are the reasons for my opinions. In local news, I agree that watching television is a good way to spend free time. There are two main reasons for this. First, it's, it is an enjoyable and cost-effective way to relax. Relax. To be specific, there are lots of lots of interesting TV programs such as dramas, comedians, and various show, shows, shows, and various shows. By watching those, those, by watching those, we can relieve stress without spending any extra money. Second, watching TV is also informative and educational, allowing us to our, use our free time well. Allow us to use allowing us to use our free time well. For example, we can learn about current events and social trends from new programs. Also, many specialists share their experience and skill in many different fields. Different fields. So, these are the reasons for my opinions. Ủa, sao mày tính lên gần hết pin rồi? Bật game lag vậy cơ? Bật game. mất luôn cái like rồi. What? Nó bị tắt không vậy? I agree that I agree that watching television is I agree with uh, I agree with the following statement. Watching television is a good way to spend free time. There are two main reasons for this. For this, first, it is an enjoyable and cost-effective way to relax. Mm.
By
examples to
watching
support
those,
your
we can
opinion.
relieve stress without
Begin
spending any
preparing
extra
now.
money. Second, watching TV is also informative and educational, allowing us to use our free time well. For example, we can learn about current events and social trends from news programs. Also, many specialists share their knowledge and skills in many different fields. So these are the reasons for my opinions.
I agree with the following statement. Watching television is a good way to spend free time. There are two main reasons for this. First, it is an enjoyable and a cost-effective way to relax. To be specific, there are of lots of interesting TV programs such as dramas, comedians, and various shows. Comedians,
Comedies.
comedies, comedian là diễn hài, người diễn hài mới đúng. Comedies, comedies, and various shows. By watching those, by watching those, we can relieve stress without spending uh, any extra money. Second, watching TV is also informative and educational, allowing us to use our free time well, allowing us to use our free time well. For example, we can learn about current event. We can learn about current events and social trends from 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 news programs. We can learn about current events and social trends from news programs. Also, many specialists share their experience and skills in many different fields. Oh, this one nóng đấy. On today's program, we will talk with Marnie Stanford, star of the action movie Extremely Extreme Extreme
Extreme.
Extreme Glory. After the unexpected delays, the new movie is expected to release at the end of this month. At the end of this month, and to do well at the box office. Manny will tell us about her earlier role, share story about share stories about her career history, histories, career history, and give her a chance to ask questions you may have. On today's on today today on today's program, we will talk with Bonnie Stanford, star of the action movie Extreme Glory. After the unexpected delays, the new movie is expected to be released. The new movie is expected to be re, The new movie is expected to be released at the end at the, at the end at the end of this month. At the end of this month, and to do well at the box office. Money will tell us about money. Money will tell us about her earlier role roles, share stories about her career history, and give us a chance to ask questions you may have. On today's program, we will talk with Marnie Stanford, star of the action movie Extreme Glory. After expected ex- ex- unexpected delays, the new movie is expected to be released at the end of the month and to do well at the box office. Marnie will tell us about her earlier role, share stories about her career history, and give her a chance to ask any questions you may have.
On today's program, we will talk with Molly Stanford, star of the action movie Extreme Glory. After the unexpected delays, the new movie is expected to be released at the end of this month and to do well at the box office. Molly will tell us about her earlier roles, share stories about her career history, and give us a chance to ask questions you may have. With this short orientation video guide, you will get started to use your new Universal Plus mobile phone. Now, you own the newest, thinnest, and fastest mobile phone currently available. We hope you will be satisfied with your choice. Remember, before you can use the new mobile phone, you must fully charge the battery. With this short orientation video guide, you will get started to use your new Universal Plus mobile phone. Now, you own the newest, thinnest, and fastest mobile phone currently available. We hope you will be satisfied with your choice. Remember, before you can use the new mobile phone, you must fully charge the battery. With this short orientation video guide, you will get started to use your new
Video
Universal
guide.
Plus mobile phone.
You
Now,
expected
you own the
new
newest, thinnest, and fastest mobile
Universal
phone
Universe
currently
Plus
available.
mobile phone.
We hope you will be
Now,
satisfied with your
you own
choice.
the newest,
Remember,
thinnest,
before
and
you can use the
fastest
new mobile
mobile
phone,
phone
you
currently
must fully
available.
charge the battery.
We hope you will be satisfied with the choice. Remember, before you can use the new mobile phone, you must fully charge the battery. 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 This picture was taken at Buffet's restaurant. There are many people in this picture. On the left, a staff member in a black shirt is standing behind the table and observing the customer.
Observing.
Observing the customer is across from her. Customers are waiting in line and putting food on their plates. In the center, various types of food are displayed on the buffet table. In the center, various types of types of food are displayed on the buffet table. The buffet table. Overall, it looks like the customers are about to enjoy their meal. Are, are about are about are about to enjoy their meal. This picture was taken in an office. There are three men in this picture. They are all wearing suits and ties. Two men on the left are sitting at the desk, looking at the computer monitor, while the man on the right is standing beside them. He is putting his arm on the desk and leaning forward. While leaning forward. The office is bright with white walls and modern furniture. Overall, it seems that they are discussing something important at work. It seems that they are discussing something important at work. It seems, it seems they are having a important meeting. Sao vậy? Sao nó cứ bị tắt nhỉ? Studios. This picture was taken in an office. There are three men in this picture. They are all wearing suits and ties. Two men on the left are sitting at desks, looking at the computer monitors, while the man on the right is standing beside them. He's putting his arm He's putting his arm on the desk while leaning forward. Lấy kim chỉ cho anh. Không tí em đi ngủ anh lại không có. Không tìm thấy. Lấy kim chỉ cho anh, không tí em đi ngủ anh không tìm thấy. I have lived in 5 different places in my life, and all of them are apartments. Were all of them were apartments. Approximately how many different places have you lived in other home? In another home, and have you ever lived in apartment? Have you ever? I have lived in 5 different lives, and all of them were apartments. Ờ, có nhiều sống trong căn hộ hoặc nhà, hầu hết mọi người. Sao? Yes, most of them live in apartment because I live in a large city, and there are not many houses in this area. And there are not many houses. There are not many houses in this area. If you have lived Would you prefer to live in an apartment located in quiet area to live or to live in an apartment located in city center? And why? In that case, I would prefer an apartment in the city center, and here's why. First, I can use a convenient transportation system. For instances, for instance, there are many bus stops and train stations in the city compared to quite rural
Rural.
rural areas. Second, a quiet area will get me bored. I can live in a lively atmosphere with many people and various facilities and various facilities. So this why this why this why this why atmosphere. When will the bus department on execution? Execution. The bus will depart. The bus will depart at 30 a.m. from Holland City Hall. Water during execution is 5:30 in afternoon. Actually, no. Actually, no. The hiking activity at Fort Lee Mountain is in the morning from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. No, sure. There are two activities at Bird River. First one, first one is a swimming activity from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. and people should bring their own swimsuit. Second one is a canoeing activity from 3 and 6:30 p.m. and equipment will be provided, so you don't need to prepare equipment for this activity. algorithm seeing a live, a live musical performance in person is more valuable for students than watching a video of a concert in the classroom. There are two main reasons for this. First, a live performance creates unforgettable memories. Students can feel the energies of the musicians, hear the register quality, hear the register quality, enjoy the atmosphere of the event, and interact with the audience. This makes the experience this makes the experience more exciting and unforgettable, offering memory that can begin in the classroom. Offering memory that can 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 begin on the can begin in the classroom. Second, a live performance keeps students more in, engaged 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 since the performance is happening right in front of them. They naturally pay more attention and become more involved. As a result, they focus better and fully enjoy the experience. So these are the reasons for my opinion. unforgettable. I agree that seeing a live musical performance in person is more valuable for students than watching a video of a concert in a classroom. There are two main reasons for this. First, a live performance career unforgettable. A live performance career unforgettable memories. Students can feel the energy of the musicians, hear the raised sound quality, enjoy the atmosphere of the event, and interact with the audience. This makes the experience more exciting and unforgettable, offering memories that can be gained in the classroom. Offering memories that can be gained in the classroom. Second, a live performance keeps students more engaged since since the performance is happening right in front of them. Since the performance is happening right right in front of them, they naturally pay more attention and become more involved. As a result, they focus better and fully enjoy the experience. So, these are the reasons for my opinion. you prefer yourself work schedule by yourself or work by a schedule by the boss? I prefer to work by a schedule made by my boss. The main reason is that it provides me with clear direction and ensure I meet deadline. For example, last year I graduated from college. I got a job at a retail company in a marketing department. Last year I graduated from college. I got a job at a retail company in the marketing department. At that time, I was a newbie with no experience. Fortunately, I had a very supportive boss named Tom. He had a lot of experience and knowledge. He gave me a schedule for each week. For each week, the schedule showed the tasks I needed to do every day. The schedule showed the tasks I needed to do every day. All I had to do was following it. This helped me manage my time better and wasting time, and avoid wasting time. Thanks to this plan, I finished all my tasks on time and did good work. This is why I think so. I prefer to work by a schedule made by my boss. The main reason is that it provides me with clear direction and ensure I meet the deadline. For example, last year I graduated from college. I got a job at the retail company in the marketing department. At that time, I was a newbie with no experience. Fortunately, I had a very supportive. I had a very supportive. Um, I had a very supportive boss named Tom. He had a lot of experience and knowledge. He gave me a schedule for each week. He gave me a schedule for each, each week. The schedule showed the tasks I needed to do. I needed to do every day. All I had to do was follow it. All, 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 all I had to do is I was follow it. This helped me manage my schedule, my time. This helped me manage my time better and avoid waiting time. Waiting time. Thank, thanks, thanks to this plan. Thanks to the plan, I finished all my tasks on time, and it will work. That's why I think so. Điều nào mà thử thách doanh nghiệp có lợi trong công ty duy trì doanh số và tuyển dụng nhân viên tiềm năng. In my opinion, recruiting talented employee is the bigger business challenge for a company. The main reason is that talented employees are crucial. The main reason is that talented employees are crucial for a company's success and growth. For example, last year I started my own chicken restaurant. I needed to hire people to help run the business. but it was hard to find the right people. Some of them were too young. Some of them didn't have any experience. Some of them didn't stay for too long. However, when I found the right employee, like Tom, things changed. He was he was good at his job, friendly with the customer, and worked very hard. And worked, worked very hard. Thanks to him, the restaurant improved and grew, improved and grew. That's why I think so. In my opinion, recruiting talented employees is bigger business challenge for the company. For company, the main reason is that talented employees are crucial for the company's success and growth. For example, last year I started my own chicken restaurant. I needed to hire people to run business, to help run business, but it was hard to find the right people. Some of them were too young, some of them didn't have any experience, some of them didn't stay for too long. However, when I found the right employee, like Tom, things changed. He was good at his job. He was good. He was good at his job, friendly with customer, and worked very hard. Thanks to, thanks to him, the restaurant improved and grew. That's why I think so. In my opinion, it is a good idea to make law limiting automobile use in public area. The main reason is that it would make the area safer and more enjoyable. For example, yesterday I visited a park near my house to exercise and walk around. When I arrived, when I arrived, the park was crowded with lots of people. Some were some were playing with their kids, some were walking their dog, and others were bicycle, riding bicycle. However, I noticed many cars driving through the park, which made it difficult for people to walk and enjoy their time. Ừ, Nghĩ răng chưa? Ngồi yếu con kia ngáo. Lấy quay chanh nước. Chanh nước quá. Nước lạnh nhé. Nhanh lên mà. Chưa xong. Hộ. Ừ? Hết rồi. Không thích uống dầu. Lấy hộ chai nước lạnh thôi. Người ta đi bao nhiêu xa mua cho em đấy. Chả phải một cứt à? Hộ chai nước lạnh. Nó hỏi cái gì? Chỗ nào đòi hỏi? Ai người đòi hỏi? In my opinion, it is a good idea to make laws limiting limiting automobile use in public area. The main reason is that it would make it would make the areas safer and more enjoyable. For example, yesterday I visited a park near my house to exercise and walk around. When I arrived, the park was crowded with lots of people. Some were playing with their kids, some were walking their dog, and others were riding bicycles. However, I noticed many cars driving to the park. Through the park. I noticed many cars driving to the park, which made it difficult for people to walk or enjoy their time. There were even children running around. There were even chil- there were even children running around, and it felt unsafe. And it felt unsafe with cars so close by, and it felt unsafe with cars so close by. If cars were limited in such an area, if cars were limited in such area, people could walk freely and enjoy the park without worrying about traffic. That's why I think so. Hello, my name is Chris. Chris. Would you rather have a teacher with a sense of humor or a serious one? Surprise to answer with specific detail. Sense of humor. The main reason is that a teacher with humor makes learning more enjoyable. The main reason is that a teacher with humor makes learning more enjoyable. For example, when I was in high school, I was good at math. I couldn't understand the lesson, and I was wasn't able to focus in class. As a result, I always received bad grades. One day, I met a great math math teacher named Tom. He had a wonderful sense of humor. He would often make jokes to explain math concepts, 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 and tell funny stories during class. While lessons are fun, I find it easier to focus and remember material. Thanks to my teacher, Tom, I didn't give up on math. I studied harder and e- eventually, eventually, I improved my grades. That's why I think so. enthusiasm about the topic, enthusiasm, 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 enthusiasm. I agree that in order to make lecture effective, professors should show enthusiasm about the topic. The main reason is that enthusiasm makes the lesson more interesting and has students stay engaged. For example, when I was in college, I took a history class where the professor was extremely passionate, passion, passionate, passionate about the project subject, passionate about the subject. I took a history class where the professor was extremely passionate about the subject. They didn't just read from the textbook. He shared exciting story and collected the material to real-life events. It made us feel like we were part of the topic. It made us feel like we make us feel like we were part of the topic. Part of the topic. His energy and enthusiasm motivated motivated me to pay attention and work harder in class because his passionate, passionate, passionate,
Passionate.
passionate, passion, passion. I found the subject more interesting and end up enjoying history. It made learning more enjoyable and I did better in the course. That's why I think so.